What is a Keystone movie? With every season, it grows clearer. A cinematic echo ringing through the halls of film history. But why is that something we should care about? Armed with a new perspective, the Copycats will dive headfirst into these questions and more this season for Freaky Wednesday. Hello, and welcome to Keystone Copycats with Chris and Zach. I, of course, am your host, Zach, and he, of course, is your other host.
Hi, bird. It's me, Snuffy.
Oh, no.
Stuffy.
Oh,
Stuffaluppagus. I'm sick, Zach.
Hey,
Guys,
my wife got you sick.
I'm sick. Sorry. This is what I sound like now and forever. I got the new COVID-22.
Oh, jeez.
It's from the future. Hey, I just
from the
realized
future?
did they call it COVID-19 because it came out in 2019?
Yes, that's exactly why.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh. So my joke worked.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit, that was slick.
Well, except that I think... No, I'm not going to have a serious response to this. Never mind.
What are you talking
No,
about?
I'm done.
Buddy Snuffy. You're a bird or Bert. You could be Bert of Ernie and Bert.
I don't know. What does Big Bird sound like?
I don't know, bird.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I don't know. There you go.
I did it.
It was a different realm of Sesame Street. Well, everybody, I've been sick for a good week, so we are behind
I
schedule.
think it's a bad week.
Due to my absenteeism, but it's all the same to you because I think we're still releasing it.
Yeah. We have not delayed our release schedule at all. This is though the third attempt. This is the third scheduled day to record this episode.
Every day I've been dying, and every day we just try for.
Hey, bro,
the
we're all
next.
dying.
And on a long enough timeline, you're gonna die, and the audience is gonna die. They're gonna die first, probably.
It started out like you were quoting Fight Club, and then you just lost it.
Oh, let's do Time is a Flat Circle again. You wanna do that
No,
one?
we already did that.
Okay.
We did that one.
Time Bandits.
I just
Let's do Time Bandits.
I really love Fight Club, but I also really hate the like shitty bro culture that embraced it so heavily. You
mean us?
No, not us.
Oh.
We're sensitive turds. Like we're not.
I have a difficulty with Fight Club where every now and again I start doing well at work, and then I'll remember a Fight Club quote and be like, "Oh, that's right. I'm not supposed to be doing this."
Yeah.
And it's as small as that. Is like Tyler Durden wouldn't be proud of me,
Yeah.
that fictional character, and I'm like, "Fuck, you're right. I better go anti-establishment." Again.
Well, I think that like Fight Club at its heart, like I feel like it plays to these like libertarian shitheads who think they're fucking Tyler Durden, but really they're Meatloaf, like dying for a cause that they don't really understand. Like, but the whole thing is so
like
like
to think-
anti-consumerism,
I like to think that most people are Meatloaf and don't know it.
Yeah, well,
Like just big boobs. Well, he knows it though.
yeah. I mean, his name was Robert Paulson.
His name is Robert Paulson. In death, he has a name. It's Robert Paulson.
In Project Mayhem, we have no names, but in Death, we have names. God, what a good movie.
Yeah.
David Fincher's great.
I believe that was one of the few times I read the book first.
I didn't read it first. I had seen it already, and then when I read the book, I was like, oh, this is very different, but they're both perfect for what they are,
Yeah. I remember for the twist that one of the scenes they had to do, when Tyler Durden's driving the car and they get in the car wreck, it's actually like a valet who's doing it, like a tall, skinny man. I think that the one that I talked about was like you could beat the shit out of him in a fight and they never go down. Like he was actually the driver in that situation. So they had to change that for the
because visually you can't really. Yeah.
collect.
I get it.
And that's how movies work.
Pictures.
Yeah, they do little tricks and tracks.
Hey,
to keep us entertained.
are they trying to trick us?
Entertained.
Like Entertainment Junction?
No, not like that one.
Entertainment Junction, for people who don't live near us, is like this place up north that is
Call it magical.
It is pretty magical.
It's
it just
not.
has a bunch of it just has a bunch of like model trains that you go and like look at.
It's a neat little city.
It's
with
fun.
Trains.
I really like it. I like miniatures, you know? Maybe that's why that's one of the reasons I like Lego so much.
And your penis.
Yeah.
I mean, someone had to make the joke. And there's only 2 of us here. Someone had to make fun of your penis, and there's only 2 of us here. I'm sick, Zach. I need smack.
So, you frequently come in
And to get my dentist sick.
with you frequently come in with funny stories about work.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't stand by it. I'm not going to deliver any if you're
no.
going to put me on the spot.
No. But I have a story about
cool.
work.
Give me the day off because I'm sick.
So I do like videography for weddings.
Is this how you start a tale?
Oh, I
You'll
mean,
come
I'm
in with
setting the
intrigue?
table. You know already,
I
but
already
the
told-
audience doesn't know.
I told him before.
So,
probably.
but I do a lot of like I'm like the second shooter for another guy who books these really, really high end weddings. Like, for example, the wedding that I shot last night, the flowers cost $30,000.
Brag.
Right. So that's like the level of wedding that I do. So this was a couple of weeks ago. We're shooting this wedding at this like really fancy venue, and I'm outside by the doors like as the guests are arriving. And this is like it used to be a monastery.
Is that like where monks hang out?
Yeah, it used to be like, and they like this company bought it and turned it into a wedding venue. It's really nice.
Hang on.
Yes.
Do monks just hang out, or are they on duty?
They're
just
on
doing
duty.
their monkeying.
They pray. Some monks make beer.
So they don't get 15 minutes of just doing something else where they can like, I don't know.
No, because they take vows, and it depends on if you're talking about like Franciscan monks or Benedictine monks.
So they get like a
They're
smoke
different. I don't know. I don't know.
Go back.
I doubt it.
Go back to your tale.
So I'm like outside, and I thought like one of the things that we like to do is get like, guest faces, just to like people like to see the people who come to their wedding. They want to see like, oh, my uncle or whatever. So I'm like outside, I've got my camera, and I hear like this woman comes up to the guy like working the door. There's a guy like at the door who's like opening for everybody and letting them in. It's this like older woman.
The door valet.
The door valet. So this older woman comes in and she goes, or she doesn't come in, she's outside still, but she goes up to this guy and she's like, I think there's somebody living in your parking lot. And I was like, well, this is fascinating. She's like, there's a car. It's parked over there. It's got a bunch of garbage in it.
I was gonna say, is it a Winnebago?
It has the seat laid down like someone's sleeping in it. And I start to think, oh shit.
Is it your car?
It's my car. And the whole thing is like, I'm thinking the whole time, oh, I hope she's talking about another car. I hope there's another car over there.
Oh,
because my
God.
seat is broken. It is broken.
I know, I've sat
it lounges
in it.
back.
I've sat
it
in it.
sucks. It's very frustrating. But and I'm thinking like, well, I don't have garbage in my car because I didn't. I had specifically cleaned it out.
Why don't you lean in and go, they should pay me more then, like, or you should pay me more.
This whole time I'm hoping that it's not my car they're talking about.
You're a
and then,
trash
And then
person.
as she goes in, and I'm like, I'm just gonna pop over there real quick and look. And I look. There's no other car that it could possibly be, and there is one fast food bag in the car from the lunch that I had purchased on the way
So
to
she
the wedding.
scoped it.
She's like, it's full of garbage. The seats laid back like they're sleeping in it. And I'm like, look, dude, there is one bag and a bunch of CDs. It's not garbage. I was like,
There's
God
two
damn.
things
It was a low point for me.
There's 2 things we can take away from this story. One is that she's just a great person. We already know that. And 2, we figured out who you are. You're Oscar the Grouch.
Well, hang on. Oh, for sure. So,
Hey,
but let me give you like, this is the best way to describe this woman is she looks like her name would be Mildred. Like that sets the stage.
I'm
for it.
imagining like purple hair from Clockwork Orange, like the mom. That's who I'm picturing.
With the dick statue? Oh no, that's not the mom.
No. Well, also her. Actually, you know what? Also her together, the artist that gets killed by the dick statue.
That's another great book to movie adaptation.
I read that one too. I don't remember much about it.
I read it my senior year of high school, and I did a project about it.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's another little side quest.
Yeah, so
congratulations.
That low point
that
of this fancy, stuffy old lady thinking I was a homeless man living in my car because it's so beat up and shitty.
God, what does her house look like?
She lives here with me.
Oh, that was just your grandmother.
Yeah. She was like throwing some serious shade because she knew it was my car. But I was like, God damn it, it was my car she was talking about.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, I had a lot going on this week, but I don't have any like fun stories besides that I got my dentist sick and he didn't know. I think we're playing a little game of cat and mouse. There's much to the story, but basically I didn't want to cancel my appointment, so I went in sick and tried to hide it. But I had a cough, and
you're the problem.
I showed up I've always been the problem. I showed up half an hour early and was in the waiting room, and I didn't know it was half hour early, so they said I had to wait, clearly. And I was just in the waiting room. I don't know if you ever have to hold in a cough, like as in they're going to cancel your appointment. So you're going, so I just felt like, because they were noticing that I was just out there going,
they're like, what is this weird animal?
And I kept like being like, maybe they'll think I'm allergic to a cat, but there wasn't a cat there, so maybe they think I was becoming a cat. I was just out there going,
well, one thing's for sure, you live in your car. God damn. But like, okay, hang on. If you're gonna live in your car, why would you pick the parking lot of this like fancy wedding venue in a fancy area?
So someone tosses you a bill because you think they're going to take...
So weird.
You do the opposite, that they're going to turn you in. You're thinking they're going to help you out, not go rat you out.
I think someone's living in your parking lot. And the guy she's telling it to is this like 19-year-old kid who's really like, you can tell he's like, I do not give a fuck if an entire like circus is living in that parking lot. Like, he doesn't care. One bit.
I don't know. I think a 19-year-old would be interested in the circus.
Also, the best part about it is that
the entertainment.
The wedding that we were shooting was the daughter of the man who owns the venue. So, like, not only was it like the fanciest wedding venue, but it was the owner's daughter's wedding that I like.
That's
looked like a homeless person.
I was trying to track it, and then when you said it the other way,
I said it the better way.
I understood why there wouldn't be a circus parks next door.
Yeah, that's right.
That was my big hiccup. Regrettably, we're gonna have to start this episode.
Okay, I'll hit record.
So we watched a little anime called Your Name.
We did.
I want to just go on the record and say that this was Zach's fault. That I didn't want to do this, and he encouraged me that I would love it.
I didn't. I had never seen it.
I have the text. He says, "Hey, buddy," and that was me. He said, "Hey, buddy, you look so good. You're gonna love it. How you look so good, and you're gonna love it." And you go, and go.
Well, this is typically where you do your synopsis of the movie.
Okay. Well, this is directed by Benicio del Toro.
Directed by Makoto Shinkai,
and
starring
Muhammad Ali.
Michael Sinterklaas.
Okay.
Stephanie Sheh.
That's a home name.
Kyle Hebert. And Cassandra Morris.
Okay. So the bear's in it. And then, here we go. Sorry, my voice is crackling. Two strangers find themselves linked in a bizarre way. And when connection forms, will distance be the only thing that keeps them apart? Sorry. Dying.
So I'll say this right off the bat.
Go ahead.
Neither of us are anime fans.
Even the opposite, you could say.
There are some
I dislike anime.
There are some
an awful lot
that I have enjoyed quite a bit.
Name like, two.
Princess Mononoke, I really liked.
Okay,
that was a very good one. That's the only one I can name.
And that was a Disney spin-off.
No, it's not Disney.
Well, you tell me then.
Studio Ghibli.
Oh. And are they affiliated with Disney?
They were purchased by Disney.
Ooh.
After that movie came out.
That was a guess. I nailed it.
I don't know if that's actually true.
I'm 2 for 2 on being hot.
O for O.
Nah, O for O in life. But
yeah,
I'm going to get there, though.
But I'll say this. There are certain things about anime that I don't like. There's certain, like, characteristics, like the way people react, or, like, you know, there's certain things that I don't like about it. And this movie, it had all those things. Like, it had the things that I don't like about anime. But overall, I thought it was actually a pretty good story and interesting, and they did some stuff that I didn't expect. Like, they swapped bodies.
Yeah, I didn't expect that it was going to be in English, and I watched this with my son this morning, and I just had the subtitles on, and about a minute and a half in, I went, oh, it's in English, and he was like, yeah, and I was like, oh, it's one of those moments where I'm like, I don't know what I thought it was, but I was reading it, and then I didn't realize they were also speaking.
Well, here's the thing.
I guess I just thought I understood Japanese.
You didn't need to comment on it.
I'm sick.
You didn't need to comment on it either way because you watch everything with subtitles on.
That's what I was saying.
So you didn't need to even mention that.
I always think that I can interpret because of the subtitles. I think I speak an awful lot of languages.
You do.
But the
language
confusing
of the heart
part is in editing, because they have the Japanese, what did I say, font? It's not font. What the hell is
characters?
it? Translate. Yeah, the characters. Thank you. So they have that, and then they have the English ones next to them. Is that made for English?
I believe it was made
listeners.
I believe it was.
Is there another edit where they don't have the English?
No, I think there is. I think there's one that doesn't have any of the text on screen at all. Because if there's like a shop that, like, is meant to, like, you be able to see what it is, it'll put up the text of, like, the translation of the name.
When they manufacture.
Well, and the
distributed.
The voice actors are different.
Oh.
So, like, yeah, this is just for the dub, like the dubbed version, which I think actually works. But I don't know. I feel like you could probably find a subtitled version of it if you wanted to go out of your way. But, like,
I think
why?
I watched it once.
I don't know. But I'll say this too. Like, I really liked the visuals of this movie. I thought it kind of made me think, like, I wish there was, like, American animation similar to this. Like, I don't love the way they draw people. Like, I'm not, I don't love it. But I think, like, dude, all the landscape, all the, like, background, like, everything, it's so, like, beautiful. It's so, like, well done and like, detailed and interesting, you know?
You know this about me with comic books, that I'm very particular on I gotta like the artwork,
You're an art
or else
snob.
I can't. Yeah, I am.
That's the reason I haven't read Neil Gaiman's Sandman, even though I know I would love it. Like, I don't like the art.
Exactly. It's got to be just perfect and slightly gritty for me. And that's why I can't get behind anime, because none of it, like you're saying, it's a beautiful
It's so
landscape.
beautiful.
I don't like it. I'm not saying it doesn't take talent to do it. Obviously it does. But it's not my taste, and I can't follow it, and I don't like looking at it. So it's hard for me to follow the story.
So I think, like, watching this movie is like, it's a cartoon that is clearly not made for children. It's like an adult movie. Like, it's just a drama, you know? So, like...
Kind of.
Well, I mean...
With weird cuts, then.
When
they do, like, the calendar blending, and then when they're talking through text, that would be weird to do. And that's not
I don't think so.
action.
I've seen stuff like that.
To each his own. I have a brain, and you have a brain, and they don't always merge.
But sometimes they touch.
Not until we have the big sweater.
Ooh, the big sweater. Let's get one. No, but so, like, watching this movie, it really made me kind of wish that we had stuff like this in America that's, like, a movie that's made...
I streamed it from Ohio.
Like, an animation that's made not necessarily for children, but, like, the art of it could really... like, be appreciated, you know? That, like, there are some movies that's like, I don't know. I feel like, imagine, and I'll put this in terms of like a movie that will resonate with you, but, like, imagine an animated version of Armageddon.
Nope. It's
like,
already perfect.
It would be so fun though. Like, they could do so much with it.
No, I like live action. You're not going to win me over on this.
Have you ever seen Batman Year One?
I don't think so.
Because that's kind of the version of it. Like, so DC has done a bunch of these, like, animated versions of comic books, like Under the Hood.
I've heard they've been doing well. I couldn't get past. I whatever version opened up with the Joker beating Jason Todd to death.
That sounds like Death in the Family.
I don't like the Joker's voice. Didn't enjoy it. Didn't enjoy.
Who does
the
it in that
animation.
one?
I don't know.
Okay.
A newer guy that wasn't Mark Hamill.
Yeah, because we're big fans of the Mark Hamill Joker. Like that's
couldn't get past it.
He's
it just
so
didn't.
good.
It didn't fit how he looked.
Yeah. Okay.
But apparently it's got good reviews, so that's just my take. I understand that I'm a snob about most things, and that I'm hard to please.
But I think they're kind of taking that idea, the like anime type thing, and they're saying, hey, we're gonna do an animated version of this Batman story because we're not gonna make Year One as a live action movie, but
they do it, and then we'll
do it as a cartoon.
You could say that they did it.
Yes. But I think by taking
it's poop.
I think by doing it as animation, they can save money and they can transition by doing like comic book characters, you know, by doing comic book stories, and they can justify, oh well, it's already like, you know, illustrated, so we can kind of play on that.
I get it, and as a sick man, I hear you, and I understand what you're trying to tell me. You know.
Do you?
How'd you feel about that opening rock music emo band?
I was
song?
like, "What is this emo song in the beginning?"
I know. I honestly couldn't tell if you were gonna love it or hate it because I'm like, this is just weird.
I was in between.
It's a little tame, and I'm like, it's not that it doesn't fit the movie. It's just kind of a strange choice.
Well, so it kind of starts off like with this kind of like twinkly emo like instrumental that I was like, oh, I really like this.
It's that majestic, starry, like,
and then when the vocals kick it, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I was like, oh no.
And that's when I realized that it was in English and that I wasn't just interpreting Japanese.
But I did actually like the music in this movie. I thought it was really well done.
Yeah. This movie had me.
It's very heavily
for
scored.
The first half because it was about what, $1.45.
Yeah.
So I would say roughly around the hour mark is when I just started tuning out.
Oh, you started tuning out, or it lost you?
I followed what was happening. I was just indifferent about it.
No, I meant lost you as in like lost your interest.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't. I did this for
the show.
For the show. Like I did this because I love everyone involved in it so much, and I'm just a team player, and that's what I kept yelling.
I'm the only one
involved. That's
why
I kept yelling to the TV when I was in the kitchen talking to my fiance, going, I just have to say that I watched it all.
We get it. You're in a relationship.
I was yelling at the TV, pretending I was there, you know, paying attention to it. Mm-hmm. So I was just running in and out, making coffee and making comments and looking at beans.
Do you want to give me like
different kind of beans? There was coffee beans. There was the other beans that I was cooking. Didn't realize that till now.
There was beads.
Ooh, beads. I'm just kidding about that.
We'll see who makes more honey. No, could you give me like a quick rundown of like can you give me your like 30-second review of the movie? I'm interested in like, you know, your take.
So I love when the movie is challenging in a timeline because it doesn't take much to throw me off. So I like that they did this time gap dream sequence where you really had, because you were supposed to pay attention towards the end to how they were linked together for the asteroid in that 3-year gap. I do like the idea of going back to correct mistakes because that's like a wholesome idea for as an audience that you're trying to be better and that shows growth. And character development,
which is something we talked a lot about in season 1.
I think it was a nice misdirect because all of a sudden it was just you're like, wait, did I miss a scene when there was just a crater in the earth? I'm like, did I miss something? Because I did walk out of the room for a second.
And you're like, oh shit!
Like, what did I miss? And then all of a sudden the story changed.
Yeah.
So I think that overall, if you like anime, you should 100% watch this. I think this is a quality movie. I just don't.
It's not for you.
It's not my genre. I'm gonna shit on it because I personally
So if it was live action, would you have liked it? Do you think?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I probably would have more.
Then I think it's an overall positive review.
Yeah. I'm wondering. I'm trying to think of a director or a style that I would like to see it in. I'm kind of thinking. Automatically, my mind goes to 12 Monkeys. Something.
You want Terry Gilliam to make this movie? That's fucking wild.
Well, no, I'm sorry. Just the end.
Oh my god.
The end with the dream sequence, like that slow down when he's chasing Bruce Willis with the wig on.
You know,
like that's what I'm picturing. That's the style.
You know what I think would be great? Have you seen Arrival?
Yes.
I feel like Denis Villeneuve would be.
That was a great movie.
That's a really great movie.
I
love that movie.
That's another
time
fuck. So
that's why I think he would do this really well.
You convinced me. This is a good movie. I just don't like the.
They are adapting it. They're doing a live action adaptation.
Neat.
Yeah.
Of this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's interesting. And I thought there was
watch
some,
it.
like,
I'm interested who's going to be cast.
Yeah. I definitely think that there were some corny bits, for sure, you know?
Like you mean like offering grandma fish in the morning? Who eats fish for breakfast, you fools?
It's a Japanese thing. I don't know.
What? This is in Japan?
So, yeah. Well, I was going to say something. I forgot what it was. Let me consult my notes. I thought the opening voiceover gave this like a fairy tale quality almost, you know? Like that's kind of what the vibe of this was for me, was like an adult fairy tale, which actually at a certain point in the movie I wrote down, this has like extreme Lake House vibes, like the Bruce Willis, or not Bruce Willis, you just said Bruce Willis, and that made me think
Bruce Willis.
Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock movie, The Lake House.
I didn't see it.
Where they have a magic mailbox where they write each other letters and they show up.
And then Bruce Willis appears.
No. But I was like, this has...
Hang on. All right. Hang on.
Spoiler.
Stop. Would you like The Lake House more if the magic mailbox was just Bruce Willis and you put mail in his mouth and he just holds it? Would that improve the movie or would it throw it off a little bit?
It would probably make it worse. But
all right. So you cram it into his mouth all the way down.
Well, spoiler for The Lake House is that Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves are living in the same house 2 years apart from one another and writing each other letters and leaving them in this magic mailbox. So it's the same. It's in Bruce Willis's mouth.
I think that makes the movie.
The twist is that Sandra Bullock's actually putting the letters in his butt.
Yeah. That's how they don't match up.
Yeah.
That's why they never hear from one another.
At a certain point, like before the reveal in this movie, I was like, oh man, this has some Lake House vibes. And then it did the Lake House thing where it was 3 years apart. And I was like, oh, Lake House. It's Lake House.
There you go. Well.
Which is like a terrible movie that I like unabashedly enjoy.
Would you... Let's talk about this town first off.
Yeah.
Would you enjoy a radio that was always just connected to the government, I guess local government, where they just announce shit in your house? I know the grandma unplugged it.
Yeah.
You have control over it, but that would be pretty aggravating.
I think that's a thing. I think that's like a relic from like, it's a small island. So
the island's a relic.
Well, no. I think it's
if you think about it, the island is a relic.
Oh, okay. I think
because if stones are relics, and then the island's on stone, which is rock.
Wait,
and
hang
everything
on.
is rock.
I got to do the math on
that. And then time is rock. Everything's rock.
What's
That's
paper?
why rock wins.
What's scissors?
Oh no! In this universe, they're not here yet. But in the expansion of your name, we will have time made of scissors and time made... I'm blowing my own mind.
Time made of scissors.
Time made of scissors and time made of paper. And that goes in Bruce Willis's mouth, too.
And the time paper goes over the time rock.
The time paper.
The time rock crushes
in each
the time
realm
scissors.
Or universe, one dominant force. It's like an airbender thing, probably. And
probably, as you've never seen it.
No, I saw it once. And
wait,
I don't know.
The movie?
I love triangles. Have I talked about this yet? Fucking rock, paper, scissors, how it's the perfect game because it's infinite. It's time. And I love triangles.
I hate you.
Always got three sides, always got three corners. It's slick.
I hate you.
I just got really excited.
So
you can make them into your hand. That's what it was. I made a triangle with my hand.
About triangles.
Have I?
I don't know.
Oh.
Probably.
Okay.
Well,
it takes three legs to make a table stand.
So I'll say that I think those radios are a relic of, maybe like World War II era. They need to be able to warn you about like air raids, stuff like that.
Yeah, on the Relic Island, yeah.
But also like, because it's a small island, there's hurricanes, there's stuff like that. There's like natural disasters, and like it's like the emergency broadcast system, except that they give you a radio for it.
It just makes me think of The Shining, how that radio is always on.
I guess it is, yeah. Huh.
I didn't
think about that. Yeah, no, you're right. Huh.
Obviously it makes sense. I'm just saying, like, in this day and age where we live, would you like to have a fucking radio that you just, don't have the option of turning on and off? It's just fucking always on. Like, they just let you know when there's potentially an emergency. I guess that is TV.
I was gonna say if it was a thing that,
unfortunately,
no, that's
that
what
is
they
your
do.
fucking phone.
I was gonna say that's what they do with phones now, where they push out like the Amber Alerts and stuff like that.
And how do you feel about it?
I mean, it's typically stuff that isn't relevant to me, but like that's the thing. They are so infrequent that it's like, okay, if there's something that really is an emergency that I really need to know about, like I'm glad that I have something that I can get a warning on.
But you can't unplug your phone because it's cordless.
You can turn it off.
It's not the same thing. I hope to live in a world one day when it is the same thing. But as a sick man, I just don't think that.
You don't think you'll make it that long?
That's not what I was going to
I'm here to say I have a terminal cold. What's wrong with you?
As a sick man.
Jesus.
I'm sorry to all the people that really aren't sick. I'm not making fun of you. But
you're sick. What do you mean?
I'm sick. I meant, never mind.
Oh, God.
I'm just going to be digging a hole. A relic hole. All right. You know what word I like that I don't use enough because I don't know if I understand it? Is incumbent. Because the mayor or whatever he is, he said, as the incumbent. And I'm like, that's nice. I would pay attention. If anyone said, as the incumbent, I'd go on.
It feels good in your mouth. That's a word that's like, ooh, this is nice.
It just means like the potential something, right?
No.
It doesn't?
No.
What's it mean?
So, incumbent means like, so you're running for president.
I am.
And the
as
person
a sick
that
man,
you're running,
you can do anything.
The person you're running against is the president running for re-election. That means they are the incumbent. That means they are in office already.
Exactly.
That has nothing to do with potential.
They're already in office.
They're in office. They are the president running for re-election. That means they're incumbent.
Okay, so if I'm the incumbent, I'm already the president.
Yes. Or mayor, or...
This is great news because I just got upped and I'm the incumbent. See what I'm saying? I'm now both. I'm the president and an incumbent.
You're not, though. You're neither.
You know what? If you want to look in a sick man's eyes, tell him he can't be the president.
I don't want you to suddenly die because you realize you're not the incumbent or the president, but I also don't care if you do.
Well, what can I say as the incumbent father?
Well, that would be like if someone...
I'll have to be a priest first.
It would really only make sense if someone was trying to, like, dethrone
me,
desun you.
So child services shows up. I'm like, I am the incumbent father. Nice. Okay, so I'm ready.
So like, if
when
someone
they show
was
up
trying
to my door,
to claim your
when
son,
they listen to this show and try to take my son from
if someone is trying to get elected as your son's father,
got it.
You would be the incumbent father.
Oh yeah, okay. What about like, so if someone tries to take you as a friend, which I mean, here's hoping to it, you know, but I could be the incumbent friend, and I'd step in and go, as the incumbent friend, you need to back the fuck up. Oh, that's what you do at a bar when a guy's hitting on you.
So
you go,
there
as
is,
the incumbent friend,
okay.
Fuck yourself, sleazeball. I like this.
So there is a second definition.
Okay, go.
So there is of an official or regime currently holding office. That's what we talked about already.
That's the day.
But there is also necessary for someone as a duty or responsibility. It is incumbent on all decent people to concentrate on destroying this evil. That's the quote they gave.
Oh, okay.
It is incumbent.
Pretty
that means it's your responsibility or your duty.
So it's my incumbents.
It's incumbent of all of us.
Oh, I don't like it in that way. I like being the incumbent.
Yeah, it's incumbent.
Yeah, that's just
of all of us.
Just delete that from the show.
And murder sick people.
We don't want them
podcasts.
Using it the wrong way. So, I'm the incumbent. Just remember that.
No, I am.
Well, that's debatable.
No, we'll have a debate, and you won't get elected, and I'll maintain my office because I'm the incumbent.
I think I will. So I know you loved Golden Hour Dust Light Talk.
Oh, I thought that was really interesting.
Just fucking go.
Well, I didn't make a note about that.
Oh,
I didn't at all. You go.
Well, as the incumbent, I would allow you to go first.
I defer to the incumbent.
Hey, so
which is me, so I'll talk about
I'm gonna change subject again.
Oh, good.
She says this town sucks or whatever. It made me think of Belle, like this poor provincial town. But she goes, there's no bookstores and there's no dentists.
No cafes.
So my response was, well, how do you know about dentists if you didn't read about them in the bookstore?
I assume she still goes to the dentist. Anything?
I did.
In a different town. Well,
I went to the dentist.
But you won't again because he's dead because you got him sick.
Well, that's the last one. I had to go 4 times and I didn't want to call off my last one. And
he should have.
I don't know if he knows what he's doing. Because he definitely
poking around in your mouth.
Yeah, he definitely did. You know how, like, normally when someone gives you a shot, they're like, hey, I'm going to give you a shot or whatever? So he went to numb me. I leaned back in the chair, and he said, open up. That was it. He's like, open up. And I felt a pain, and I pulled away like, hey, dude, what the fuck you doing? Like, your hook's going the wrong way on my tooth. I thought he was just, like, going to probe and then tell me he's going to shoot me. He started injecting stuff in my mouth.
I hate shots in my mouth.
I think it's because he
like,
knew
thinking about it.
I think it's because he heard that I was turning into a cat, and it was the quick anti-cat.
Like the cat you have on your shirt.
It was a cat vaccine.
He has a cat on his shirt.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
It's subliminal.
It's Pixie's shirt with a cat on it.
I'm an incumbent cat.
Yeah.
Now you go. Away.
I thought it was interesting that they both just assumed that it was a dream initially.
Did you not think that the sake spit was going to come and play later? Like they were going to have to drink the magic alcohol?
I thought it might, and it did.
It did?
Yeah.
What'd they do with it?
He goes to the temple and he drinks it, and then that's how they like connect across like the world.
Oh, because that's what
it's the magic hour, but also he drinks the sake.
My son, I had a backup on this one.
He's 4 years old. He doesn't know.
My son?
Yeah.
He's 10.
Yeah, 4 plus 6. That's how I count age.
No, my bad. That was my fault.
Whatever plus 6. Okay. I'm 31.
I asked him. I said, did they drink that spit alcohol? And he said, I don't think so. I was like, that's not how they got there? It took that much from a 10-year-old to convince me that what I watched did not
I like
happen.
that you have so little confidence in your own interpretation of reality that a small child disagrees with you and you're like, well, fuck, I guess I'm wrong.
This is my best friend. I trusted his ass. Oh. This is how I got to be the incumbent.
He played you for a fool.
He did. He really did. I was counting on my phone. I looked up. I said, did they drink the magic spit alcohol? And he said, no, I don't think so. I was like, oh, shit.
You're like, huh, okay, well, I guess I don't know then.
I did.
Of course they did.
That's why I brought it up. I'm like, did they drink it?
Yeah, Taki did.
Fuck. That kid lied to me. Him and his eggs.
He wasn't paying attention.
Bastard.
He wasn't paying attention.
I hope Child Services doesn't take him. He's pretty fun.
Yeah, I like him.
He's a fun guy.
Well, you are the incumbent father, so you've got you've got a serious advantage over me trying to take him from you.
Well, that's as good as any way to segue into me discussing our new future product.
Can we talk about our old future? Calcium.
I think we should make spit alcohol, right? Like that's what you got from this, right?
I don't care.
Like, I'm going to lose my kid over this. I get it, but...
If you want to.
Yeah.
You can make
because
sake
here's
that
the thing.
way.
We can make the spit alcohol, or we make Jenkum. Either one, we got to sell...
we're not making Jenkum. What's wrong with you?
Because it's free shit that we can sell.
Literal.
We make it.
Literal.
Yeah, we make it
But
out of our bodies. Ooh, we can make both.
No.
Together in a jar.
I'm not a part of this.
No, it's our business. It's teams...
It's incumbent upon all of us to not do this bad idea.
Stuffy Oscar. Or Snuffy Oscar.
Just because I live in the trash doesn't mean I want to make alcohol out of my bodily fluids.
Listen, your car basically is Jenkum at this point, depending on who you ask.
It does smell like mold.
Oh, yeah. I feel like we've been a little all over the place. And as a sick man, I promise to make it better.
Yeah, it'll be better. It'll be better when we record 2 episodes tomorrow.
Spoiler.
Lose your fucking mind.
Spoiler. I'll be sick in the next couple episodes. So if you didn't appreciate this one, you just skip ahead to, I guess, the next season. I don't really know how many more we got.
If that happens.
Yeah. That's true.
That's what we have to do. We have to decide. We have to figure out next season.
Oh, I thought we're going to continue.
I mean, that too.
I'm okay with this being the final episode.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't expect to live much longer.
We have a system in place where, like, in order to continue the show, we both have to turn our key, but neither of us knows if the other has turned our key.
Turn your key, sir.
So we both just have to turn our key.
Yeah, and we'll see.
That's a system. So when I was talking
we didn't listen to the caller, so we can't play the callers. We didn't do it fucking again.
I mean,
shit.
If you really wanted to, we could pause and listen to it.
I'm good. Well,
we'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow.
We'll do it tomorrow.
I don't want to do it while I'm sick.
Well, you're still gonna be sick tomorrow. So, when I was talking about the like the beautiful landscapes and like the imagery, I forgot to mention I really loved, and I'm not sure if this is like a metaphor, and I'm probably too stupid to get it, but I really loved all the shots of the doors sliding open and closed. I thought that was I really loved that visual. I thought that was cool.
I hope they do it in a live action. It
was a good
because
theme.
They only need to do it once and they can just replay it.
But like, is that maybe like do you think that's maybe like a visual metaphor for like, I don't know, opening the door, like missed opportunities or like seizing an opportunity while you can? I don't know.
I do.
I know this is like clumsy, like fumbling for like an interpretation of this thing that I just kind of realized.
That's what it felt like when they were opening and shutting the doors.
But I think that's a good description of this show.
Because they need to oil them hinges.
Clumsily fumbling for a loose interpretation of some cinematic metaphor that I just now realized as we're talking about it. That's a good description of what we do.
Then it fits you. Clumsy metaphor.
Yep. Fits me like a wetsuit.
Oh,
Skin tight and dripping.
Oh man, we should
get wetsuits.
We should get you in a wetsuit. I would love to see you in a wetsuit.
Why?
Because I have a feeling that porpoises would want to see some of that in the water.
I don't like this.
I think they would get on that.
I don't like this.
They would get on that vibe.
I don't want to have sex with a porpoise.
Well, you say that now, but you're not in the suit or in the water. There goes my pen.
You dropped your pen.
I can't ever get it
He's
back.
too sick to get it.
Yes.
I'm not giving you one of the 8 other pens sitting right next to me either.
There's one. And scissors. Wow.
Hey, you can't use the scissors.
It's like I brought it to life. And then there's paper, and where's rock?
Everything's rock, remember?
Well,
that's what you said.
Rock hard when I'm seeing all this shit. Okay.
You want to get into these freak similes?
Oh, yeah, that's what we do.
I got news for you, buddy boy.
Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it?
Internal monologue!
I did it. I know. I called the text internal monologue. Yeah.
No, I didn't call the text internal monologue. There is literally internal monologue to start the movie.
Oh, yeah, that too. Okay. I'm okay with it.
You're mad that it's not a stretch? You turn
I turned the key.
Oh, we're going to keep doing the show!
Yeah. The significant other.
I said no.
I'd say no, and even if there is, it's not.
I said
it's
no.
not shitty.
It didn't work. Important day.
I say yes now. I actually have no written. I say yes now.
Hey, me too.
Because I did it early on as a no because I wasn't going to count the comet as an important day because it was a whole timeline.
Yeah.
But then when they came back,
it
is the important.
It is important day.
The day.
I had no, and I just checked it because I thought about it. So I had it too.
So forgive me, I'm changing it on the spot.
I changed it too on the spot. Wow, it's a first.
It's a
Keystone first.
There's not many of those.
No, just one. The first one.
Yeah, I mean we've collected all the relics, and it's weird to find one.
Yeah,
you know. Takes a swap and stride. Yeah, they do.
I said yes because they act like it's a dream.
But minus the boob that he was constantly touching.
Well, but that brings us to fucks a kid, which I said yes because of the boobs.
I'm not calling that
taboo seduction.
I'm not calling that.
Hits on someone inappropriate.
I'm not calling that because he corrects it pretty fast.
No, he doesn't. He still does it almost every single time.
Well. He's not I think
he still does it almost every single time.
Well, no, when he's doing it when he's doing it and crying, you don't count that.
I do. That's literally the last time they swap.
No,
he does it every single time.
I'm still not counting it because yes, I couldn't figure out how young they are, and I think that is
they're 17.
Okay, they are children.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not giving a fucks a kid.
I think you should. I did.
No, because I think in the spirit. When I saw in the first movie that child get fucked, is that like you want it to be an adult.
The child didn't get fucked in that movie.
When it's got to be an adult and a kid.
It was that goofy kid named Boris who she thought was gorgeous.
Kids touching each other. You know, that's the spirit of number 5, I think.
I think it's just inappropriate.
Really illegal, inappropriate shit.
No, because we gave it to the Change Up. There was no children in that.
Yeah, but that movie was awful. Like
No, it was better than the hot chick.
That was the problem, is that movie deserved to be punished, so it got a molestation credit. Where the hot chick, I'd rather we just bury that and kill it. Instead of a punishment, we just kill it and bury it.
That movie is upsettingly bad.
Yeah. Well, we don't need to go back into that.
You want to get into it? I got my notes.
I think we're...
You want to do another bonus episode about the hot chick?
No, but you know what I did do?
Ooh.
Is I watched Punch Drunk Love and remembered how great Adam Sandler can be.
I should.
'Cause I'm like, see, look at him. He's so good when he's dancing in the aisle. I'm like, this is great. Like,
So,
this is the Adam Sandler I want.
Speaking of Punch Drunk Love, I saw Paul Thomas
Seesaw.
Anderson's new movie, Licorice Pizza.
Okay, we can't talk about it, especially because I'm going to see that.
No, we are going to talk about it just for a moment. But I do want to say that Cooper Hoffman is very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very good actor. He has this like effortless quality that his father had, and it's like it's impressive. I think he's going to be really good in the future. But there are some very like problematic Asian racist moments in that movie that are like needless. Like they didn't need to be in the movie at all, and they just put them in.
Well, you got to spark them somehow.
Dude, it's weird.
Yeah, every now and again you got to do a racist blackface to get the critics talking.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be up for Best Picture. I definitely think you should see this one.
I'm going to. I already said I was.
Yeah,
Quit hounding me.
You said
on
you
it.
were going to see Ghostbusters too, and you never did.
It's on my bucket list because I only got a short while.
I'll be dead soon, God willing.
Let's take. Hang on, stop for a second.
Number 6.
Oh, you want to keep
Oh,
going?
you want to take a break? You want to get into some other stuff?
No, it's fine.
I've got a
Just
long-winded
fucking keep
monologue
going.
that I wrote that I can talk about.
Oh, let's get this over with then. Sure, I have to give you
No,
ample
it's not
time.
long-winded. It's short.
All right, well, let's just finish it then.
Okay.
Outsider.
I said yes because she tells her grandma.
Yes, and our friends kind of.
And the friends kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Chaos. What do you go?
I said yes because
I said-
early on, when the people are describing what they did the previous day to them, it's always this crazy shit
No, I'm going no, but with
that
that,
they're like, what?
I'm going no, but with that, one of my notes is that we have yet to see like the follow up in a situation where the bodies swap back when they're like cleaning up the mess of the other person. Where in this one they're like, well, don't you remember yesterday?
Yeah.
Like you made quite a scene. I'm like, oh, that's cool. We haven't got to see that.
I thought
yet.
it was cool that they swap back and forth multiple
I wouldn't
times.
call that. I
thought
wouldn't
was
call that
interesting.
chaos because right away they do the organizational calendar
Well,
thing.
I thought it was
So-
the spirit of it is
Yeah.
that they like are fucking with each other's lives. That's how I took it for this
Gotcha.
one. Chaos number.
They don't say it out loud.
Nope, they don't say they want to trade places.
New perspective for sure, because that's kind of the premise is them being in each other's heads.
Yeah, and kind of seeing like life through a different and also part of that is coming back to your life when someone else has been in the driver's seat and seeing like how people are treating you differently and how like, you know, that perspective of like, oh, they did all this stuff differently and changed my life, and now I kind of have to deal with that.
Yeah,
So
when
yeah,
the
I
friend
agree.
was saying, or the love interest was like, he's nicer now.
Yeah, yeah. The woman he works with.
Yes.
Yeah. Polar opposites. I said yes
Why?
because she's the rural like lives in a small town. Wants to get out. He lives in the city and has like it's just, you know, male,
Okay.
female, city, country. Like I gave it to it for that.
Okay, I'll give it to it then.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it from city country. I thought
That was
it
the
just
big
a
thing
boy
for me
girl.
because she was so pent up and like wanting to like get out of the small town, and he is in the big city where she wants to be.
So most of these movies are just barely making it. They're getting 6 out of 10s.
Is that what you got?
Yeah.
I got 8.
I'm saying overall though, aren't they like they're ranking
No,
low? But
we've had I think we've had like 70% movies. We may have had a 100% movie.
Haida.
What
was the Haida? Hello 100%.
I don't remember. I'll have to go back and listen to all the episodes because I don't write down the percentages like I always say I'm going
has
to.
knows information on it.
That's right. That's right. So
Did you like that they had a comet wand? The newscaster had a comet wand to fucking point at. It wasn't representation of the comet moving. It was to point at the comet on the fucking diagram.
yeah, so we're 70% on this one.
Okay.
Because I got 8 and you got 6.
Well, thank God someone's keeping track. I just asked the question earlier, and no one was keeping track. And then you're Zach.
I'm keeping
Zach.
Zach.
That didn't rhyme, but you know what I was, the spirit of what I was attempting.
Yeah, I give it to you. It was a walk, but I give it to you.
Ooh, I like those. All right, do your.
So I did really love the like, and this is like the last like talking about like the visuals here, but like I loved the way they showed the comet. I thought like the open, like how they showed it in the opening and like coming through the cloud, and like I thought they did some really beautiful stuff and some really cool shots.
What did the Earth say to the asteroid? Come at me, bro.
Huh. Okay.
Comet.
Oh, I get it. I hate you.
I guess it made a lake. Oof, 2 lakes.
So I would love to hear your opinion on this.
I'm
And if you agree,
as a sick man, I'd love
or
to
disagree, yeah, that's why I want your wisdom as like a man on his death chair, a man on his death microphone,
and stool. I'm leaning. Got my lean on.
No, but I think that like the body swap concept works best with teens because everybody can relate to like the longing for something different at a time in your life when you have so little control, while at the same time trying to like discover who you really are. You know?
It wasn't long-winded.
I know, I said it wasn't.
Oh.
But it harkens back to our first season where I had a lot of like soliloquies.
Yeah.
But like I think this is a lot about like, you know, the same way that like the map of tiny perfect things really encapsulated a lot about like being a teen and like, you know, that kind of yearning and trying to figure out who you are and like all that type of thing. And like we grew up in a small town that's like on the outskirts of like a medium-sized city. So, like, we don't have that as much, but, like, living in a small town far away from the city is, like, that's a big thing, you know? That's a big theme of, like, wanting to get out and see the world and do stuff differently. And we kind of addressed that a little bit with It's a Wonderful Life as well. Even though he was, like, 45 years old playing a teen.
What I took out of this was perspective and attraction. The scene where he misunderstands when when he's on the date and she wants to be the one on the date, and she's sending him hints to like how to make the date better, and he takes it as a jab, and really she's trying to be polite.
She's helping.
And like it's so interesting. It's just that
that is a teen boy mentality for sure.
And it's something that we all can understand is like just the misunderstanding text. Like when someone's not in the room, even a phone call is slightly distant, text is more distant, email's more distant. It's really hard to encapsulate that feeling. And then as far as the attraction goes, it's literally you are encompassing the same body. It is that person, and yet it's clearly not because the attraction is just not there on their date at the end of it. Or it's like, you've always had a crush on me, and I can tell it's just not there. It's so
but now there's someone else on your mind.
It's so interesting how we're so subjective to another person's behavior, or even so, like your partner or best friend that you're with for so much, but when they're acting slightly different, even when they haven't done a body swap, when they're acting slightly different, you can just feel something's off. That's just very, very interesting.
Yeah, I like that.
I got it. It was too deep, and I drank too much Dayquil.
No, that was good. That felt like you channeled me for like a deep moment.
I do. I normally channel into you.
Could you channel me? Could you be incumbent in me?
That's me. That's not your wife.
Oh.
We do a body swap. When I leave, I take over your wife's body. And that's why I'm always tired. I never get a break.
Well, look, here's the thing. If you're going to swap into my wife's body, could you at least laugh at like my dumb jokes that she doesn't like?
I would take pictures of me honking her boobs so she would get even more mad. I would do the opposite of the right thing.
Yeah.
And make it more uncomfortable.
But yeah, I think that in the same way that like the magical realism of time loops works particularly well with teens, because it is such like a crossroads of your life where you're like becoming who you're going to be and like learning about yourself and like all that type of thing. I think it is the same for like the body swap, that like it's just such a crucial juncture in life that it takes this magical realism storytelling device to tell it in a really elegant way.
I know what you're trying to do right now, but I couldn't help but think about what we were talking about the other day. If you put Dayquil in a spoon and lit it, could you freebase Dayquil?
We were not talking about
No,
this.
we were talking about snorting Dayquil pills.
But also, no, because they're liquid.
Are they liquid inside?
They're liquid gels.
Are they
yeah.
gel? Are they like jellies?
They're liquid gels.
Could you
is
spread
what they're called.
You spread it on some
No, it's
English
liquid.
muffin.
It's liquid inside a gel cap.
I think we got to pop one to see.
Okay, I have. There's liquid in there.
Pop one into my nose.
Yeah, snort that liquid and you'll feel so
I think
bad.
that I don't
Wait,
know.
no,
If
hang
you
on.
dried up Dayquil, could you chop it into dust? Like, what does it do?
Maybe. It might be
I
sticky.
think we gotta,
you never know.
Yeah, I think that's the problem.
So
So you got to drop
here's
it on
the
the
thing.
sugar
No, are
cube
you
like acid.
are you taking Dayquil liquid like cough syrup, or are you
Yeah.
taking the pills like a human?
Oh no, I take the syrup. Well,
What the fuck is wrong with you? Take the pills.
what's the difference? I thought it was just how you
Syrup
want
is gross.
I thought you just want to like get it in you. I
Now you
thought
just
mo-
sound
I
horny
thought
for
most
health.
people. I thought most people just want.
I think you just want to get it in you.
Yeah, I thought that
You're
was the whole thing.
gross.
I don't like pills. I'd rather drink
It's
something.
not a suppository.
and take pill. I mean, I butt chug it.
You funnel it up there.
Yeah, do a handstand. That's why when you ask me when I want orange juice, I'm like, no, I don't want to funnel that in my butt.
You're like, I've got enough orange stuff in my butt with the Dayquil. I'm dripping here.
It's a good episode.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, what you said was good though about the appreciating and time and changing and children.
All right, so next week, we're gonna do the voicemail from last week. Next week we're gonna do that for sure. I think it's a roast. I think you're getting roasted.
Slick.
Yeah.
All right. It's all my other. I don't really care about my other notes.
My book's closed. I got my notes out.
There you go. I think we tackled most of it.
Yeah.
But overall, you swayed me. This being a live action, I will be excited about.
Yeah, and yeah, I think it would have the same vibe as like Map of Tiny Perfect Things. I think it plays the same as that. You know, I think it works in the same way as that. And I think you cast someone good like Catherine Newton in that role. I don't know if it's like an American live action remake or if it's in Japan still. I don't know. I think it's like in pre-production. So like they're working on it.
And when I swap into your wife's body when I leave, we'll be in Japanese.
I hate you.
You want to wrap up with that one?
Yeah. So I'd like to talk a little bit about next week's movie.
What is it? I know what it is. I know what it is this time. I don't remember the name.
It's Get Out.
Get Out.
It's Get Out.
I knew.
I think it's a bit of a stretch, but I think it's going to be fun.
A couple of these this
We've done a couple stretches just
but
for
I'm okay
fun.
with it because I love Trading Places.
Well, yeah, and I like taking it out of context and seeing the impact of the body swap within other, tangentially related things. Because I think, if I remember correctly, I think Trading Places was pretty high. Like, I think it was maybe a 70 or 80%. Like, it had a lot of them. You know what? Nothing has been 100% because we haven't given internal monologue to anything until today.
Yeah.
So we haven't had 100 yet.
So
I was wrong.
That was a lie. It was impossible.
It's a lie. Like, I can't like deny something anymore without thinking of It's a Wonderful Life and just going, it's a lie, and no one knows what I'm talking about. But it makes me very happy. So we're doing Get Out, the Jordan Peele movie, which
I've not. You've seen it. I've not seen it.
I liked it. I thought it was really good. And I think this may be the first movie we're doing that was nominated for Best Picture.
Trading Places wasn't? What the fuck?
It's definitely the first movie we're doing that won an Oscar because it won Best Original Screenplay.
Jumanji 2 didn't, or 3? Jumanji 3 didn't hit it?
No. Welcome to the next level of the jungle. We just combine them.
There you go.
So next week we're doing Get Out, which I think is it's a good movie, and I'm happy. And I think that after doing The Hot Chick, we needed a couple weeks of good movies to do, and I think this counts. Even though I didn't love it, but I would like you said, I would recommend it to anime fans for sure.
Oh, yeah.
who hadn't seen it. I definitely would.
And if I knew any, I would tell them.
Wow. Man, I'm glad we're done with the episode. And now we can just talk as friends and not, have to be on for the show, for the listeners. How about you?
All right. Close. I don't know how to do a door sound. so I said close. That was like I was leaving.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah. Well, I guess it's just me alone now. I don't really. Well, thanks for listening this week. Go watch Get Out and do something else.
Say it.
Tell all your friends about us and be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. If you like what we do, you can rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. You can find us online at KeystoneCopycats.com. We're at Keystone Copycats on Instagram and Facebook and at Keystone Copycat on Twitter. If you got something to say, you can email us at KeystoneCopycats@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 513-239-7682. Don't forget to roast us and call us if you're in Australia. We still want to hear from you. Check out Sinclarity, A Dinosaur's Tale every Friday. And until next time, I'll be... my name will be Zach, and his name...
Please.
Stuffaluppagus. That's his name.
Bye, bird.